inside. A special one from the CEO, stand coming with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the Southern Band. James on the beat.
On the spoon to get your information. On the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon, spoon, spoon television. Spoon, spoon, spoon regulation.
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Monrovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon, you will know. If the children crying for starvation, just to spoon. You want to get a news update, my brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening in Monrovia, to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to spoon. You want to know what happening in the ministry, to spoon.
The joint chambers as well as the rotunda. Those are only renovated by the book houses. Yeah. So at the moment, our chair rules and order. I have no plans. There are no plans now for the two houses to renovate. To do some work on the. Currently, we're not doing the work on the joint chambers. We have plans to do our own building, the old building and the new building. The renovation has not started. The procurement works at all. Okay. We have not selected a contractor yet. Okay. But the procurement along with public works, they are doing a scrutiny of those who submitted bids. So as soon as the technical team completes its work in evaluating the bids, we'll announce winner, and then we'll award a contract in line with the PPCC and the Ministry of Finance, Justice. Everybody will sign a contract. But at the moment, there's no contract. No. So it's not all of that. We're not part of it. Okay. We are not part of it. The Senate is not part of it, and there are unfortunately we don't know what happened. Maybe our colleagues on the other side will know, but as chair on rules and order on the Senate.
Maybe you are sleeping somewhere. Aladan, you remember our rebel. You remember our rebel. But let me tell you this: it will not stop. Call me any name you want to call me. I show you also found name for. By the way, George, they calling all three Hebrew brothers. What they didn't know is that the three Hebrew brothers went into the lion's den and God locked the jaw.
I said, what? Hebrew brother in lion's den? I thought I got no in lion's den. Three Hebrew brothers in lion's den? I thought the Hebrew brother they put in the fire. They in lion's den? I thought I got no in lion's den. So they want to stop people that are confused. That means I'm the three Hebrew brothers. I'm in the lion's den. Hebrew brother in lion's den?
Maybe you are sleeping somewhere.
The president letter to you in your acceptance letter, giving everything that you said, that people lie on you, people didn't listen to you. Do you think the president was ill advised when he wrote you the letter and said that the decision he made was not responsible to you?
I don't think it was in my authority to question the president or whatsoever.
But you said people lie on you.
Well, that's my character. And I
so you believe the president was lying also?
No, I did not say that. I don't know what you are trying to get at, but I did not say that.
Yeah, I think
my responsibility, I took an ethical decision to resign for several reasons, not based on corruption or not based on malfeasance. It's the president's responsibility who hired me to accept or reject whatsoever reasons he did.
So you believe the president's assumption in your letter was correct?
I did not say that also. If we had the opportunity like now to discuss the facts, before you as senator went online and malign my character, excuse me, Mr. Senator, you did. I have evidences here. before this event that we're having now is appropriately done.
So let me go back.
No, let me finish answering my question.
Let me go back to the question.
No, let me answer your question.
You know, I have the time to ask questions. Do you buy a yacht? Do you buy a yacht? Do you buy a yacht? Because you said Malaya carrier.
I did not ask you if you asked. There were rumors that you buried money. I'm not asking that. So don't ask me if I bought a yacht. Is that relevant to the vehicle purchase? Why are you asking me such a question?
The number of vehicle you when you kill, you say a whole lot of things. When listen now, you're good guy. You don't want to be your senator. They don't be. You know what question? They people they say a whole lot of things. Let's bring the whole issue of music. Come, if I can ask questions, I have a lot of you. I have a lot of their explanation. So I'm asking the question: did you buy a yacht? Did you buy a yacht? You explained you had a license.
I'm here to discuss. I'm here not to discuss my personal issues. I'm here to discuss the project.
We're talking for the vehicle. They put out the men are my life. The man somebody wants your means of commerce. But I accuse you about a yard. I accuse you about a yard. He's at my line carried on, so I want to ask you in the public space, did you buy a yard? You want to protect the waiter. The man accusing me, the man accusing me in the Senate. The man accusing me in the Senate that allowing him. And you tell me you don't take it, you don't see other issues. The man accused me in the Senate that allowing him. Because in my post, I made reference to the yard. In the letter I did not mention it. But in my post, he's saying that I lie on him publicly in the Senate. The man is saying that I lie on him. I ask a question and you say I should not ask the question. And the man accused of saying that I lie on him. Of course, he just made a reference that I lie on him. I'm a lying carrier.
I did not say that. I did not say that.
Thank you. Can I accept it from you? Send it up. Let me say this. No, Mr. Chairman, it is unacceptable for our police to say we are in somebody's pocket in a public manner. So they can't do that to us. They're wrong. They're wrong. Who pocket we in? Hello, that's wrong. Hello. Okay. Let me proceed, please.
Honorable Senator?
No.
Honorable Senator?
No. Let me. We can deal with that one. We can deal with it. Hello. But to say your police, the man packet are not fair. But yeah, after man said no, you talking about I get asked you, said no. Okay, that's good, man. Anything is easy now. You can go now. Okay. No.
Absolutely. And I have confidence in the other members that I have talked to on the other side who are remorseful and want to go by the law. But listen to this, right? How can you take lawmakers and hold them hostage like little kindergarten children in one location? You bring them to where you carry them back. You bring them to where you carry them back. You know, I mean, my colleagues, man, they got to try hard and we're not elected for that. You know, to go be hold up. Then the question is who's paying the bill and all of that. So leave the hotel, go to your house with your family, get up in the morning, come to work, and you'll be collecting your signatures.
Okay, folks, it's a great way to welcome you tonight. Thanks for joining us on another edition of the program. This is the Late Night Show, the Late Night Politics on Spoon. We are live across the Spoon Network, Spoon FM 107.5, Fabric Radio 101.1, and a host of other radio stations across Liberia. Many thanks to our affiliate radio stations across the country that are relaying the program. We appreciate everyone for coming on tonight. Please share the show as you come on. Let's hope you can share the program in your different WhatsApp groups, in your group chats. So we have a great conversation tonight. A lot to talk about. We're not going to be here long, but let's hope we can have a great show. Let me welcome a few of you joining us now. I see William C. Taylor has joined us. Charles DeLam, thanks for coming on. Francis Ray is here as well. William B. Morris. Nathaniel K. Hill has joined in. Thanks for coming on tonight. Eric McGill. Obento Chie Senior, thanks for joining us as well. Anthony Zewewar is here as well. Thanks for joining us. Chris Jackson. Yes, and thanks to everyone for coming on tonight. Clarence Benson, Tapet Toby. Yes, so please share the show as you come on tonight. Let's hope we can have a great show. Let's hope we can have a great conversation tonight on this edition of the program, the Late Night Show, the Late Night Politics on Spoon. I'd like to welcome everyone. As we talk Liberia tonight, as we discuss the issues, as we bring you the updates, like we do here throughout the week. And so, thanks for coming on tonight. Well, there's a lot happening across the country. And just to begin with, a lot of you have been following the activities at the legislature. It's been a long one, but today it took another trend, especially when Liberians woke up to news of the joint chambers being vandalized. And this has sparked some concerns and led to Liberians making some analysis and projections about everything that's transpiring at the level of the House of Representatives. Something that this is part of the regular political process, while others think that, look, this shouldn't be the case, since in fact, even getting the joint chambers back to the previous status will cost some money, resources, and all of that, state resources, let me put it that way. So it isn't worth it. But again, this is where we are. There has been different responses to that situation since the news broke this morning. The chair on rules, order, and administration at the level of the House of Representatives, Representative Josiah Marvin Cole, at a point spoke in an interview with the chairman of the majority bloc. Not really an interview, but in a telephone conversation that was, held between the two individuals, where he said that he remembers signing, some contract for renovation at the legislature, but he didn't know as to whether the renovation would have taken place at this particular time. He did confirm that yes, there was some contract signed. Renovation works were expected to be to get started at the joint chambers, but he didn't know when. So he was going to check in and get back to the chairman of the majority bloc. On the flip side, the majority bloc, then the chairman then reached out to the Senate to get words from the rules, order, and administration, because since it's a joint chambers, anything such as renovation or whatever that should be done at that facility should should be triggered by a joint resolution, a joint communication from both houses, indicating that something is about to be done here, since in fact the joint chambers does not belong to any specific house. It can be used by both houses, especially when both houses meet. Then they get to use that particular facility. So, given the situation where both parties, both houses, the House of Representatives and that of the Senate, have right over that facility. In the case where there's anything of such, there should be a communication. So the majority black has been, pushing the whole case that there wasn't any communication of such, and so that has been a concern. The chair on rules, order, and administration, at the level of the Liberian Senate, Level Brown, the senator, spoke in an interview from Ivory Coast where he's attending to some issues, and he says that, look, I'm not aware, as chairman on rules, order, and administration, I'm not aware of anything such as um, renovation works ongoing at the level of the House of Representatives, the Joint Chamber. So that put the whole situation, that made it even difficult to know exactly where we were. The security at the legislature have been speaking on that issue as well. We're going to bring you more details on that, what the different parties are saying. But this is happening when the House of Representatives is in this back and forth in this fight for the removal of the speaker. And so this is where we are with that. The ECOWAS delegation have started arriving in the country. It is expected that this team will meet with higher ups in the country tomorrow, to have conversations, to have discussions around how they can mitigate this tension at the level of the House of Representatives. The team have started arriving, and it is expected that the House of Representatives, the Speaker's block, the minority block, the majority block, and the different parties, the pro tem, the senators, the office of the vice president, and all of those people will meet with the ECOWAS, tomorrow, as the delegation arrives in the country, to have some conversation around how they can address this situation. Since, in fact, it has dragged on for 1 month, while other pressing national issues are at hand. So this has become of a serious concern, and that has led to the delegation arriving in the country now to find an amicable solution to the issue. Well, there are others who think that it is prudent, while others think that it is not even necessary at this point to have ECOWAS coming through, since in fact it is a political matter. It's all politics happening at the at the House of Representatives. So there are some who think that the House should handle her own issue, but not to have the involvement of ECOWAS. But the regional body is concerned about the happenings, and they've decided to come and find some ways they can work around this particular issue. In the midst of reports about the vandalization of the joint chambers, the Speaker's block, the anti-COFA block, have condemned this move. They've said that it's a disruption of democratic process, and they've said that they will have session there tomorrow, regardless what. I saw images where suggesting that they've purchased they've purchased their own chairs, just to ensure that they have session. That's in the case where the technicians or the maintenance team is unable to re-screw all those chairs that were removed. Then the majority block will be moving in with their own chairs to be able to get things on course there. And so they've condemned that in a press release issued today. The thing is undemocratic, it's unprecedented, and it undermines democratic parties at the first branch of government. Motor accident remains a major concern in the country. Quite recently, there was a major one that the Liberian National Police even had to speak to, claiming several lives, injuring so many people. Just yesterday, there was another one along the Ralphie Highway that saw a truck jamming a smaller vehicle, which then resulted to the driver pulling off the road, and the vehicle ran, somersaulted. But thankfully, there wasn't any casualty. as a result of that tragic, that terrible situation. But there was a tragic accident uh, today, Monday morning. Let me put it that way, at about 3 a.m. And preliminary reports suggest that the driver may have fallen asleep while on wheels, and that then resulted to a vehicle a loss of control. He lost control of the vehicle, and it resulted to an accident. Um, there are 5 victims so far as we speak, and those people were all business people traveling to Monrovia, and that is a serious that is of serious concern. The Liberia National Police is investigating the situation, and those people were traveling from Nimba on their way to Monrovia, and at about 3 a.m. this morning, they were involved in a tragic motor accident. Um, yes, so preliminary investigation has it that the accident was as a result of the driver sleeping on wheels, driving exhausted, very tired, but then you wanted to make the trip and he was sleeping on wheels, and it resulted to that terrible accident. And so yes, that is something that is of concern. The latest one the police spoke to was the situation again that took away so many lives. This time around, it was about an abandoned vehicle, that was just left on the side of the road, no reflector, no traffic cone, no indicator that a vehicle had broken down. Let me bring mobile on. There was no indicator that the vehicle had broken down, and then that this bus, ran into that vehicle, taking away so many lives. So, road accident and all of those things remain of serious concern in the country, because it's claiming so many lives. Mobile, I want to welcome you to the show, but let me just conclude just a few of these updates, then I get you to do your official opening. The former Associate Justice, Kabina Janet, is threatening some unspecified protest action for the release of his client, Kaifa Sheriff, and accusing the government of Liberia of illegally kidnapping his client. And he's claiming that his client was removed from the Monrovia Central Prison on the 3rd of November without court approval. He is accusing the government of Liberia of delivering his client to the Guinean government, and this is of serious concern. And he has vowed to continue protesting until justice is served for his client. Of course, he was just on the primetime show just not too long, and he's been speaking to a lot of other issues here tonight. Yeah, so that is where we are with that. And then just a quick one, just before I give over to Mobile. The issue of pre-trial detention in Liberia remains a major concern, and of course, there has been some efforts made to address the issue. Remember when Councillor Gloria Mususkat was released? Immediately when she came out, her first engagement with the media was the concern she had about pre-trial detainees, pre-trial detention across the country, people who have not been given their full time in court, or who have not been given due process, but based on the nature of the crimes that they are alleged to have committed, will some bailable, non-bailable offenses, and then they will have to be in pre-trial detention until everything can be concluded, the process can be concluded, until they can be established that they did the act or they didn't do the act. In the case where they committed the act, then they will have to go and further serve their sentence. If they didn't commit the act, then they will be released. But those pre-trial detainees are increasing across the different correction facilities in the country. In Buchanan, Grand Bassa County, for example, 24 pre-trial detainees were released by the Second Judicial Circuit Court in the county due to the lack of trial following years. So those people have been behind bars for so many years. So many years. Imagine somebody say mobile rape, for example. God forbid, we're not happy, but mobile rape. And somebody say, and
I mean,
you
an
know,
example.
yeah, I want to use you as an example. It's not a bad thing.
Wow, bro.
And then so since there are other cases on the docket, I say, but this rape thing is non-billable, you know. Also, you said somebody killed another person, is non-billable. Murder, no. So you have to be behind bars. But then you're behind bars. You're yet to be given due process. You're yet to have your time in court, but you're there for years. And so the Second Judicial Circuit Court in Grand Bassa County look at the issue for long, and they just released 24 pre-trial detainees. 24 of those people were released. So they were on pre-trial detention, and they've been in prison for extended periods. And so today, the court decided to release them. So according to the judge, his action is in alignment with Section 18.2 of the Liberia Criminal Procedure Law, and with which mandates timely trial for those pre-trial detainees. And so that's where we are with that. And yes, we look forward to how it goes, but I think it speaks to a whole lot. We've seen consistently reports, the U.S. Department of State report that will come up will always highlight the issue of human rights, and then they will go forward to the issue of pre-trial detention in the country. That is one area that the government of Liberia have never scored a very good mark. They've always fallen short when it comes to that aspect. Though there have been consistent calls as well for the justice system, you know, to be empowered, the correction facilities to get the necessary support so that they can be able to maybe expand the facilities and address these issues of pre-trial detentions across the country. But that has remained a major concern, and of course, folks have been looking at that. But it's a good thing that we're here tonight, and to get the show started, I'd like to welcome again everyone to the show. Thanks for joining us. Please share the program as you come on tonight, and let's have a great conversation about Liberia. Let's talk Liberia. Let's talk about the issues that are happening across Liberia, and we will subsequently afford you, our audience, the time to have your say on those issues. Moba, welcome to the show. Let's have you do your opening.
Yeah, well, thank you, Nelson. And thank you to our many listeners around the world. Look, Nelson, you know, the whole legislature stuff just getting out of hand, actually. But again, I will start my opening by telling the Liberian people how serious the people are for their own interests, but not the Liberian people's interests. Now, we got a news this morning. Some of our wake up, people went in the house of, like the joint chamber. I don't know which one of the chamber. I think it's the 42. Yeah, the 42 joint chamber.
And the House of Representatives.
They went, they demolished the entire chamber, right? And then on a sudden, less than 24 hours, those lawmakers were able to provide over 30 chairs, brand new with plastic on it. So to tell you, look, those people only there for themselves. They're there for the interest of the Liberian people. Anything that satisfies or please them, that's what it does, or that's what they do. But when it comes to the Liberian people matter, where you got to pull concession.
So Moba, I want to understand something. Do you have an issue? Do you have a problem with the lawmakers making chairs available for their session tomorrow? Is that where the issue is? Or is
No,
your
I'm
issue
just
with the vandalization of the facility today?
no, Leslie. I'm just concerned because I'm not trying to lay a premise in a sense that when it comes to their interests, right? The most serious, like they can be serious and they can be focused and they can be fast, right? To make it done immediately. But when it comes to the Liberian people issue, then they drag their feet. Then maybe they're talking about we gotta do the one, we got things are not just working for the Liberian people. Let me know. How many we going to? How many we're going to a year now? We're going to a year since the government took power, right? But if you look at the amount, like what we were, our anticipation, right? What we're anticipating on for the government to bring to the table for the citizen, it's not just adding or it's not just working, because you get a legislature, and I think nursing. Let me say this, right? I think all the things there's a contradiction for the government. Like people will go do what they want to do, right? And then everybody that focus on what they're doing, and the government just they'll say, oh, the legislature doing what they got to do, nothing passing, nothing working, so we got to wait. You know how many people now get document waiting for the legislature to sign those documents so the Liberian people business can be done. So to tell you that the people only there for their interest. So we as the Liberians, how much we get an opportunity to come on the platform and share ideas and thought on our the thing that unfold in our country, we will be able to bring some of these things out so the Liberian people can know what is unfolding in their country. We don't have much power to change it, but probably through our voice coming out or our voices out there, we'll be able to to put in where they're supposed to be so the Liberian people interest can come first. Because there is nothing that people doing. There's nothing that we call a space. Every day we've been to anything going to almost months now, right? We don't know here, no there, everyone got to kind of intervene in your matter. No, these things are something that you guys can handle. You are full-grown men and women. You can handle these things. You can make sure the Liberian people get a better things to do. You can make sure job creation, hospital, medication, schools. Look, today they put nursing the board all those chairs, right? Go look at the school, go look at government school, how many chairs they got there. Go look at how much money they put in the budget for it to be able to be able to help in our lab, I mean our science lab, in our computer lab and other things. So our brother and sister nursing, we don't have ideas to even know what was on the computer keyboard.
So Mama, you may have a point here. You may have a point here. Sorry, I was trying to make some adjustments in the background, but you may have a point here, Mama. And you're right. The lawmakers were able to get some chairs, and maybe I should put the photos up. They were able to get some chairs. Before going to the chair issue, I want to play. I want to play a video here. I will not display the video on the screen. I will just bring you the audio of an interaction between Representative Marvin Cole and Representative Samuel Koga. And it's very important for us to take a look at this. Both lawmakers had an engagement today. And you will hear in this audio one of the lawmakers saying that, look, okay, so let's do this, guys. Let's have a listen to this. Baba, can you hear it? Is it clear enough?
It like granny or something, but I was still,
Okay. So let me do
a little feedback.
Yeah, there's a little feedback. It's based on the way the recording was done. But
you get
in this recording,
in
this recording, you're listening to Representative Marvin Cole, who happens to be the chairman of the House's Rules and Order Committee, saying to Representative Samuel Koga what he knows about the vandalization that happened today. And the brief portion of the clip we just played, he's saying he received a communication from a group, the maintenance team, about some work that's supposed to be done there. He'll go further to talk about a contract he signed and all of that, and then it will get to that point about the chairs and all of that, and which I think is very important for us to get for the sake of the conversation tonight. Let's have a listen here. Okay, so I don't know where Moba is. We're gonna take this clip.
I want to get my charge up. Yeah, but I get it.
This is the lawmaker speaking. The House's rules and other committee chair. He's saying that he got the information, he communicated with his colleagues, Honorable Priscilla Cooper and another lawmaker whose name he mentioned, and they told him that yes, they were aware of what was happening there, that there was some work being done there. He started out by saying that there was an agreement, some contract signed with this company to do, to do some maintenance work at the facility. So the first portion of this audio we just played clearly indicates that if not Representative Marvin, to some extent, Representative Cole was aware of what was happening. And he said he communicated with some of his colleagues who also told him that, yes, they were working there. But I want us to go a bit further. Let me take it from here. Okay, so let's take it from here.
Has a contract with us that working with chamber and at the same group of people started the work that we go hand there now. But I would have felt that the timing maybe could be bad differently because of the conflict that what happened. So as far as I know, that is my understanding of it. But to say it is rules, order, and administration that physically got in contact with the company and authorized the company modernization, even when the name Michael Thomas signed that contract. But even raised issue at the time. So if actually everybody he can admit to that. Michael Thomas signed that contract. It is a contractor that say that he took up there and did the work and started the work. Then they should be there the money or they have to continue what they were doing. But when somebody tell you, I have not been there, I'm in the first conference room, I was trying to go there to see what went on there. If things are destroyed, then I'm walking there to go see, I'm going back to the I don't think any of us engage in that.
Okay, so I just want to register to you officially that while it is true that the modernization may have had some level of authority to carry out, normally parliamentary wise, whenever any work is to be done, we will be cited or informed, in the chat room officially, that the process that we discuss is about the back on and what have you. On the contrary, we look up to the rules of the administration, who is the administrative arm of the building, to intervene. So I'm asking you and telling you at this time that we are conducting session over there, and that whatsoever that it is dismantled, it should place it right for smooth operation of the both houses or your house Because as I speak to you, I'm at the Senate. And the Senate is saying that they are not aware of any demolition or resolution. Because normally it should be a joint resolution by the both parties. And that resolution is usually signed. It's a decision that requires both houses. But the chamber does not really belong to the House of Representatives. In that light, I'm calling to let you know officially, as the head of the majority members, that please, the area over there, they should re-screw the area. ECOWAS was supposed to meet ECOWAS in that chamber tomorrow. If it doesn't re-screw it, we will still have session there tomorrow. I just want to tell you, as an official caveat, we are not in violence, we are not at war, but we'll have session there tomorrow.
Okay, so let me hold it right there, Moba. This is it. The lawmaker is saying that Representative Cole, that he heard about the situation. He asked his colleagues, and his colleagues said yes, there was no vandalization. They were the ones working there. But then he goes on to say that, this company, the timing might just not seem right, but they are doing some work there. The folks on the other end are saying that they need to have session. Regardless of what the situation is, they will have session. If you went further in that conversation, there's a point where he said, if it will cost us to bring our chairs from our homes or our offices to go and sit there, we will do it. But let me hear your take on this issue, Moba.
Yeah, take it, lesson. Look, I think for I don't just want to. I will just give my opinion on it, but like the whole thing that going on the anti-financial cover saga is not really adding up. How much it is wrong what it did that we condemn it. You don't have to even we against them what they're doing, but you don't have no right to go in there and destroy some of those chairs, because I think it was destroyed, right, Nelson? Because if it was in a way that ain't destroyed, they needed to buy any new chairs, right? Because if
you really take a look at the chairs, maybe I should put some of the photos up. They're not destroyed, but they were rather removed.
Okay.
Right? They were unscrewed from different points. Yeah. So the chairs and remove some of the carpets.
Yeah, it can still be, you can still straighten it for people to sit. But again, that's what I said earlier. The House of Representatives, people who work over there as representatives, represent their districts. Nursing, they are there for their interests. They are not there for the Liberian people interests. So that show a clear indication that they are there for their interests. Nursing. If they can take less than 24 hours to get a new chair, in which they can then go and straighten those chairs, and probably today they should have done it, right? And just go straighten that whole chair, call people, and just do it. But they bought a new brand chair, and they're about to take all the one and bring all the new one in. It's just a waste of resources. But end of the day, they will say that their own money. Yes, that their own money, because the money they make it. If it comes from government,
I want to understand from you. What did you expect? Since we stay on the chair situation, let's stick there a bit. I'm going to bring the response from the security advisor at the level of the house there, the chief of security at the level of the house. What their own version of the story is. But what did you expect, Moba? Did you expect a situation where the majority black will not have a session today because the chairs were unscrewed? Okay, so not having session because there's no chair. No, I'm coming, Moba. Not having session because there's no chair versus purchasing new chairs to make sure that session goes on. Which of the two do you think was necessary?
No, but you can say there was no chair. I would disagree with that argument. When you say on school, and which of course it can be school bag, then I will listen to you, right? But when you say there was no chair, meaning the whole place was empty. They took all the chair out, but I can see chairs only bending down, facing the floor. Why they can push it back up? And when I school, they need to call one of
Mama, do you think that it's as simple as the way you're saying it? Just push it back up.
Nothing. Now, okay, let's do this, right?
Mm-hmm.
The chair they buying or they already purchased, where they taking those chairs?
Come on.
No.
Thank you.
Where?
Thank you.
No. I want to make my point. Please answer me. Where are they taking all those chairs? Where?
They're taking the chair at the very joint chambers.
Okay, then how they would do it? They would
Come on,
it's a waste of you know where I'm coming from. It's a waste of resources.
Emmy, welcome to the show. It's good to have you.
I come in as
Thank you, Nelson.
Let me conclude, Nancy. End of the day, all those chairs will be removed, right? And then they put a new one there. So why they can just stay there in school instead of remove all the chairs and put a new one? Common sense.
Okay, so Mother, if I'm getting you,
so it's a waste of resources.
If I'm getting
that money will be allocated for schools and hospitals. Carry to government school and buy chairs for their computer, lab, and other things. They get chairs over there. So now they're about to take all the chairs out. That's what they're doing. Then they're going to put it over each other. How much they carry into that same chamber.
So these are the chairs. These are the new chairs, the brand new chairs that were bought today by the folks at the House of Representatives. They say, look, we're not going to sit by and say we're not having session. The business of the Liberian people must go on. Though Moba is on the other side, Moba is against the majority bloc. He supports the minority bloc, but session must go on. We must do the business of the Liberian people. So if it will mean that we go into our personal savings or go into anywhere we can go and get chairs, we will get it. And they bought those chairs. As you see right on the screen, these are the brand new chairs that were bought today. Was it a good idea or not? Moba, you think it wasn't a good idea because there are schools
because they're about to take all the chairs out, Nelson. They're about to take all the chairs out that time, right? That time. And now when they take those chairs out, they need to bring the new one to put in order. So my question, I asked my question previously, like all those chairs were damaged or it was just on school from the floor. If it were on school from the floor, why you can just stand over and screw it back? Because if you're taking it out, it's another work. And then packing this new one is another work by itself. That's what I'm saying. So there's
okay.
It's a waste of resources.
Thank you, Moba. Thanks a lot. I want to hold you there. Moba thinks these chairs, buying this, all these chairs we see here is a waste of resources and all of that. But Emmy, welcome to the show. Let's hear your take on this issue.
Thank you, Nancy.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Hi everyone. Thank you for coming and to listen to our Tabataya. But because I'm really confused, I don't know what my brother Moba argument right now is. Is he upset that new chairs were bought, or he's upset that people?
You want me to answer that question?
I don't understand what his argument is.
Okay. Let me answer that question.
Yeah, I can't my time. You hang on. Let me have my time. Okay. I'm confused. Okay, I'm serious.
But you have to give Emmy her time.
Yeah, but
you took all the time onto yourself. To disagree with the idea of chairs being purchased. So it's just fair you give Emmy her time.
No, she asked questions. That's why I want to answer her.
I did not ask you to answer. I don't understand. Mama, can you please mute? Thank you very much. So, like I was saying, I don't understand why he's so upset about a new chairs being bought and not the fact that people will be trying to fool the Liberian people to act like they're doing something for them and when they're not. I'm not on any side on this, right? But going in there, you're talking about renovation. Y'all got bigger issue on your hand than renovation. What is the rush to renovate a chamber or joint, whatever they call it? What is the rush? You're not even together. You're having problem. Your speaker's not sitting. Other people on the side that said they're not sitting on it. Isn't that a bigger issue to be concerned about and take care of them taking out chairs, sending a few people to take out chairs, and you come in here trying to lie to that room? Oh, if the renovation, we trying to do renovation. How in the world you trying to do renovation and the other people don't know about it? What is there? What is so much that you do? I need renovating in that place that you will go do what you did. And I don't know if what Moba saying is true, but what I seen those chairs, those places are destroyed. I don't know what it is. That's something you screw out and put it back in. I don't know how true it is, but I think this is a shame that people. Well, he was right that people they are just there for their own greedy whatever. They're not there for the Liberian people because the other person not letting my guy to come in, so I'm gonna do this so they can't come in and sit there and something. This is what this is about. It's not about renovation. We're not stupid for you to come in and something. Okay, and yes, taking money. If those things were destroyed, where is the money coming from to put new one in?
They were not destroyed. I mean, they were not.
But again, let's put it this way. Let's put it this way. Moba, the fact remains that the current condition of the chairs at the joint chambers cannot permit the lawmakers to have session in it, to have session sitting in those chairs like that. No. Right? The manner in which the work was being done, okay. The way the chairs were being removed and twisted, bent over or whatever, this is not something that the technicians will do in few hours, in 1 or 2 hours. All right?
Why would that be done late at night anyway?
Two things would have happened here. All right? 2 things. Either get new chairs, do the Liberian people business on today, and then thereafter, you can get the technical team start to work, or you find somewhere else where you can have session or whatever.
Nothing. Were those people falling out of the chairs when they were sitting there last week or the week before that? Were they falling out of the chairs? Were the chairs breaking in under them? That they needed that emergency chairs, something done on Sunday night or Monday night? I mean, was it that bad?
Thank you. I want to hold you there, Emmy. Anthony, welcome to the show. It's good to have you on. Let's bring our brother Chris City on. He's been reaching out. Let's bring him on as a guest panelist tonight. Chris, welcome to the late night show. It's good to have you on as well. We're gonna come to you to do your official opening and chime in on the conversation. But let's get our brother Anthony to come on. But Anthony, just before you come on, I want to play.
Let me make clarity because
you will make a clarity more, but you will make a clarity. Sorry, but let's play a video here. This is the security director at the Capitol building speaking on this particular issue. Let's put 1 and 2 together to see if it's going to make sense here for us tonight. Let's listen to what he had to say.
1 minute. Listeners, this morning we had an information that the joint tumor have been vandalized, or the chairs have been taken away or have been damaged. We are here with the additions. We say, of course, he has the security department of the Senate. Welcome.
Yeah, welcome, President.
What information have you gathered as you speak?
This morning we came in, we're doing our inventory. We went at the joint tumor. We got to know that the chairs were all damaged, and we later on we placed a call to the security director of the lower house, Mr. Coleman, make us understand that it was one Representative Jerry Yokwa, Foundation number 12, gave him the mandate that they should remove all of the chairs. He brought people in the building. It started on Saturday and Sunday to remove the chairs, and he said that they are going to carry on renovation. So this is where the information we gather already, and the police also, the CID section, and us went there, and they themselves got the same information from the security director of the lower house.
And so, normally, how does that happen? How do they
because
renovate the area?
In terms of renovation, there will be a communication sent to the ROA
of both houses, and they will serve us. The security department will be serve a copy also informing us that there will be a renovation, and also we have to work with the team in terms of staff they're bringing in to do the renovation. In this case, it didn't happen.
It did not happen, so it is a sign of buggery.
And so, have anybody been arrested?
Right now, I would say to you, no one's being arrested, but we got information that it was the representative Foundation number 12 that gave the instruction.
And so, it was executed. Your concern as head of that.
Yeah. Was not in the note of this entire renovation.
And this is very important. I want us to hold it here just before I break it.
Now I understand that's why you know.
No, you understand it here, Mobile. You
No,
understand
nothing.
No, but
Mobile, you
I still
understand
stand by my
later.
point, Nelson. I still stand by my point. You want me to make my point? I make my point. I still stand by it.
Yeah, but I want us to go around the table. I'm going to come back to you. I heard you. You just mentioned you have a clarity to make. I'm going to come back to you, Mobile. But Anthony, let's hear your take on this issue. The security. Even the security at the legislature is saying that they have absolutely no idea of the renovation work. Some of those people have been there for a very long time, so they know what the process is like in the case where there's supposed to be a renovation. There should be communication. Even the security should be communicated to, and they should be in the know. But they said they just woke up while doing infantry, and they got to know that the District 12, Jerry Yekwa. I don't know how many of you know Jerry Yekwa, the Jerry Yekwa we're talking about.
Again.
You know, and that's the representative of District 12. Yes. So your take on this issue. And then in just a few hours, the majority bloc got some brand new chairs. They say they're going to have session tomorrow. They're going to make sure that they do business regardless of what's happening.
Nelson, good evening to my fellow panelists and our guest panelists. Good evening to our listeners, our followers, and our audience. Look, this is very disturbing in 2024, in this 21st century, that the nation's Capitol building has no CCTV camera. Talking about security director, Mr. Security Director, your first and foremost thing is to put CCTV service over there. Number one. So I don't know what you're directing down there. You're a director of security, and you don't have CCTV camera. This is not 1940. It's not 1950. It's not 1990. Not 2010. It's 2024. Well, surveillance services not cheap. Are you kidding me? Look, when I talk about how fragile Liberia is, that's it right there. The place that the law are made, the place cardinal decisions are made for the nation is vulnerable. We saw Senator Amara Kone last time office was vandalized. They didn't take a cue from it. And I'm confused, but when they say renovation, so renovation says you should go break the door too? The door has to be broken to do a renovation? We ought to be serious here, Nelson. When you have group of people who don't understand the value of what they have and the position in which they are operating, they don't take it serious. Nelson, you would not give 5-year-old child an iPhone 16. You don't do it. Even the rich people will not take a Lamborghini and give it to a 10-year-old child. They will not do it. There is a reason why. We have people who call themselves lawmaker. You go to a place and the place has no security. No security. And almost every government building in Liberia is like that. They rather the money in their pocket. They travel out of Liberia and go to other countries, even in Africa within our sub-region. And they go back to Liberia to the same spot and do the exact same thing. Where are we going to go? Now, let me speak to the effect of majority black buying chairs. Right across from you, a walking distance, is the University of Canberra. The number one university of Canberra, the number one university in the nation, UL. They don't have these. Their roof leaking. The building dilapidated. I know faculty always striking, but the faculties also go in that same dated building to teach. Students go to the same place. This is the face of your nation in the heart of the capital. What are you saying to the word? Who should come there to give you respect?
30 seconds, Anthony. 30 seconds.
So the reason why Liberia is the way it is because folks on the other side and continue to do that. I'm glad on the show tonight because my political leader has broken his silence, and I'll speak onto that on my next turn.
You know, but and this is very important. You know, and I know we want to talk about the University of Liberia not having chairs. I know we want to talk about the people in Bokonjile. I know we want to talk about the people in Town, the people all the way in Sino County and Maryland County, the people in Bomi, in Cape Town, places where the cars cannot reach. But Anthony, we played a clip earlier on about a communication between Representative Samuel Coker, the chairman of the majority bloc, and that of Representative Marvin Cole. Back and forth, Marvin Cole said, yes, I spoke to my colleagues. They said they were doing renovation work. Priscilla Copper and Representative Jerry Yokbo, they're doing renovation work. Samuel Coker said, look, I don't care about what renovation you're doing. We're meeting ECOWAS tomorrow. We got to do the Liberian people's job. So the best I can do is to go and make sure that those chairs are up the way it should be because we have guests coming tomorrow. Anthony, given the situation at hand, yes, we don't have chairs in the different schools across the country. But do you think it would have been prudent enough for the majority bloc to say, yes, because we didn't get chair on UL campus, we didn't get chair in Bokonjile, even though ECOWAS meeting us tomorrow, but ECOWAS will come and ECOWAS will sit down on the ground, ECOWAS will sit down on the chair and where they're back bend, and then we have whatever meeting we're supposed to have there. Let's forget about buying chair because we don't get chair in Bokonjile. I mean, Anthony,
do we have a place called the Ministerial Complex?
Oh yeah, you know, obviously,
and we have a nice auditorium, right?
The theater, yeah.
Good. The joint section of the Liberian Legislature can gather there.
No, but I want us to get it right. It's not going to be the joint session.
Okay, even if it's not a joint section, if the meeting they just the House of Representatives, right? The majority bloc, the non-majority bloc, they all can meet over there because they are coming to resolve issue. They are coming to both of them. They don't have to rub it in the faces of the Liberian people that they don't care about the Liberian people by buying new chairs. But I'm glad that
I want to understand. Maybe you have to reinforce this point. Does the buying of new chair in any way indicate that the lawmakers don't care about the Liberian people?
Yes, because if they in no time for that political business, for that political interest, their political interest, not the people's interest, but their own political interest, in no time they were able to put up the funds and got new chairs.
Thank you.
A walking distance from them, the University of Liberia.
I want to hold you there.
It's dilapidated.
Thank you, Anthony. Let's hear from our brother Chris Saley is a guest panelist on tonight for the first time. Thanks for joining us, Chris. It's good to have you on. Let's hear you. Let's hear your take on the issue at hand.
Thank you, Nessie. Let me use this time to say good evening to everyone. No, I sat quietly listening to Anthony and Moba, and they make a point. But first, I will be like, I'll try to answer for the both sides, 50-50. First, I will condemn the action. I'll condemn the action that happened at the building. I condemn it. I don't support it. The next thing is security. The security also play a part in that process. Listen.
You think so?
Yeah. Security was sound at that building for Saturday, right? It happened on Saturday. Why do we update their hair? Saturday, they don't update their hair. He wasn't informed of the boss. Sone, he wasn't informed. In a video we just listened to, he said we're doing inventory today. So they have nobody today. So what happened Saturday? It happened Saturday. What happened Sunday? So they were aware of that issue. One. Two, I would like to be a little critical. We have, ECOWAS meeting with them tomorrow. Why? Because I think that ECOWAS meet them separate time, right?
Yeah. Separately. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
meet with both parties at once because it's
Why they can't wait? Why they can't wait? If the meeting of Fanatic Cover Black in session, after Fanatic Black, then they can meet with them in a session.
No, but again, Chris, there's something happening here. Maybe, and I don't want us to give a blind eye to it. The guys have said that they're not going in that chambers where the speaker is, Fanatic Kofa. They're not going there. All right? Not just that they don't want to sit under his gavel, but they're not going there. That's why they have absolutely no connection with everything that's happening there. Do you think ECOWAS would take them there? You think so? You think with the coming of ECOWAS, that would be easy enough for them to go there?
Yeah, for respect's sake, for the African, region, the West African region, for respect's sake, they could honor that. Because it's where I'm diving at. The money they use to the back here, it is their personal money. We need to find out. Is it for government resources?
But Chris, in all fairness, do you think the lawmakers cannot, each of them, buy a chair to go and sit on at the joint chambers?
It can happen. About the 50, it's possible. It's not possible. They can do it. Maybe those that advocate there for social budget.
Okay, so you're agreeing that a lawmaker can afford to buy a chair, right? To sit on, to do the business for the side that they support.
Of course,
but you don't agree that they should have used their money to buy the chair because there's no chair at the UL.
Yeah, because looking at the situation now in the country, right? Look at the education system. What district they came from. Teach the lawmaker where they came from. Look at the government school. I'm not talking about private school, but the government school, right? No library, no chair. In this situation.
So I think I want to get something. Are you saying that they should have addressed all the situations, libraries in the school, computer lab, internet, connectivity, good road connectivity, everybody eating 3 times a day before they can buy chair to do the librarian people's job that they decided to do, especially so with ECOWAS coming to the country?
That's what I said from the beginning, right? They have session for respect's sake for the West African region. It was pretty enough, right? If they meet with Fanatic Cover Black in that session, when they leave, you can go in that same session to meet with those people. He's not presiding on the meeting. Fanatic is not presiding. After a meeting with ECOWAS, they leave. Their group come in and meet with ECOWAS and let them know they agree or not. But in this situation, look at the environment that UL. Case that at UL right now, they're still using anti at UL in the 21st century. This 21st century, look at UL campus.
Thank you.
They're still using So it's a kind of situation that our lawmakers need to think, beyond the box.
I want to hold you there. Maybe I'm going to come back to you. Let's take Emmy and Mobile to make their points quickly, and then I'm going to come to you, Bida. Emmy, just take 1 minute quickly. Let's hear you.
Okay, so I'm going to play the devil advocate a little bit, right? I think that the fact that we saying that because they don't have chairs at UL or whatever, so representatives should not put up their own money if they wanted to get chairs for them to sit. I think that's unfair for us to say. My brother Chris is saying that, in that district, they don't have this, they don't have that. One lawmaker, those chairs, you don't know what they join, they put money together to have those chairs, to buy those shares to come in. Now, like you said, if it was something that came from the budget, from the government, and they just came up with that money out of nowhere and did that, then you have the right to criticize that. But if that was their own money and they put together and decide to do that, I don't think it should be a problem. Where the problem lies is people that went and did what they did, vandalizing the place, or because they want to be petty or whatever it is. That's where the problem lies in my book. I don't think it's about people that taking their own money because that district. Well, maybe that one representative, the money he had to pull up for that chair cannot fix the whole library in his district. Cannot furnish any school in his district by himself. Just that money he pull up. So I don't think it's fair for us to be using that.
Thank you. I mean, let's take. Okay, I saw Mobile. Mobile wanted to make a quick point. Mobile, go ahead. Let's hear you quickly.
Yeah, look, Nelson. First of all, we gotta understand if for the door, right, the door need to be replaced. But let us get a clear picture. All those chairs we're talking about.
It's the door part of the maintenance work.
No, but breaking the door, breaking the door, it was wrong. It was wrong. It's a buggery. You don't break door. More especially, you work there and you know the in and out, and you get how you call it, you get the authority or the power to go there anytime, open that place and enter. So going there against the will of order and maybe on you to even the security man is a buggery right there. That leader. Let's go back to the chair. If Nelson, let us see the line straight. If those chairs, right? If those chairs were damaged to the extent the lawmaker probably can sit on it to do the library people work, or probably can set it up to fix it. That for me, it's not bad for them to buy the chair. Let me make it clear. But which of course, if only they unscrew those chairs from on the floor, which of course it can be screwed back. And you leave it to go get a new chair and haul in no chair and bring out a new one. All that one is another way by itself. So many they could screw those chairs back and sit over there to carry on their business or the library people business as they say. But not
so you mean they should sit in a rocking chair, in a shaking chair, where if you went in front, you came back, you know, you fall, you know.
Nelson, no, you're not getting my point. I said that you listen, Nelson, if you unschool something against school back, but if you break something, like more especially when it comes to wooding something, meaning it's damaged. That's what I'm saying. I'm laying the premise very clear. I said if. Listen to me. I said
I want to hold you there.
If the chairs were damaged, then the lawmakers have the right to get a new one to go do the people work. But if it were unschooled from the floor, then mean no need to buy chairs. They should have probably just screw it back and do the work. That's my point.
Thank you.
Because buying the chairs are waste of money.
Let me.
And
let me hold you there. This is where we are. The ECOWAS delegation have started to arrive in the country, and you see in the background there, that's Senator Edwin Melvin Snow. You know, the lawmakers are divided on this particular issue as to whether or not we need ECOWAS in everything that's happening here. And some of them think that Liberia is a sovereign country. We're mature enough, you know, to handle our own issue, and that everything that's happening now is the politics of it. So we should give the politics, you know, a chance to play out, and let's see what the outcome is, how it's going to end up. While we're talking about this, the budget is expected to be presented. The lawmakers have summoned 2 officials of the executive that are supposed to appear tomorrow, Transport and LWSC. While we're having this conversation, the speaker has said that, look, I will not resign. A pledge. Everything on his social media handles, and all of the lawmakers are copying it, and you know, and stuff like that. I mean, I want us to have a conversation around this. Can ECOWAS change anything? Are we going to see the issue being resolved after ECOWAS intervention tomorrow? The situation that's happening at the House now, especially with the quote unquote vandalization of the joint chambers, where could this possibly be coming from? Where could this be possibly coming from? Is there any reason to think? Anyway, let me hold it there. But let's start this conversation with Bila, and then we're gonna go around the table because Bila is here to speak. Go ahead, Bila.
Well, thank you, Nazim, for having me. Let me begin the conversation by saying good evening to you guys and to all well-meaning Liberians. You know, I watched a portion of that recording and I listened to, I think, the chief security at the Capitol building. Our country is reversing. First, let me condemn the act that actually carry on today. And when I sit by and sometimes sit in my corner and try to reflect back on how can our country make progress, I want to say we need to renovate ourselves before we even talk about renovating building and better infrastructure. We need to look at ourselves, our human capacity thinking, how we proceed with and things as human beings, as group of people in a country. We need to renovate ourselves before we talk about infrastructure in development. We need to develop our minds because here's the thing. We sit on these platforms, we talk about proceeding, we talk about constitutions has been violated over the past period of time. And we don't want to respect the same rules that guide us as individuals. So usually we try to always be going back. Basically, the majority blood and the minority blood, we're completely being error because here's the thing, it is a ball game that everyone wants to show certain level of power. What I saw displayed today is somebody saying that I has a power in my hand, I should implement this power and not following the basis proceeding. We know what has been going on, it has been, and at the end of the day, we come here, we scratch our vein, we say whatsoever thing we want to say, but we saw at the end of the day, the common people down there feeling they on the daily basis. Already our country is in let me say an economic stagnation in terms of what our people get on the daily basis that has to do with the bread and butter issues. Then we have people who's supposed to do their work playing the kind of games and political fun out of them. It is actually disheartening. But what we can do, always, like I always say, the nursing for these kind of a conversation, it is to find solution. I read the statement of Mr. Comer. And Anthony, let me tell you something, certain thing tonight. You are not, or you did not display anything like those who are know within the ANSP would display it tonight. Because you sat on the platform tonight, you back a side of violence, intelligently, and not acknowledging the fact that what these guys do, it was wrong. If we are to help our country, we have to be bold with certain conversation. Come on. Everyone knows the politics is too hard. Everyone knows nothing is going legally in terms of what is happening at the House of Representatives currently. We know it's pure political. But what can we do to help the conversation? It is to come out to condemn some certain thing with a time period lesson. It is not helping out. You talk about ECOWAS. I don't know whether we should go into that conversation. I'm not seeing ECOWAS making any intervention because there is the same ECOWAS that rules in the interest of our country respecting the rule of law when the constitution was violated. In the case of Consider Cabinet General, up to today, ECOWAS has not been respected. We're talking about legality. The ECOWAS code rule in favor of Cabinet General. What have government doing in relation to that issue? I know ECOWAS gonna come to have some conversations, but I'm not seeing no fruit until our leaders sit back and know that they should be there for the people. Because the issue about somebody wanting to show power, this is what I'm saying. Okay, somebody went and vandalized the area in the recalling of the security, it was burglary or whatsoever because proceeding was not followed. And somebody want to show muscle, okay, say you went and vandalized the area, we buy our own chair and then have the labyrinth work doing. What is that? We will continue retrogressing as a country if our leader cannot sit and forget about their personal goal. Country first should always be in these times of difficulty.
So Peter, I want us to go back to this just before I move to Mobile and Anthony and then to our brother City. Are we about to see a shift here?
If I may have 30 seconds right after Bida because he implicated me because he said something I didn't say. I got to correct that.
Okay, but then you will take your time right after Bida, then before we go to are we about to see a shift here with the involvement of ECOWAS? You know, the million team is already here. The full team will be here tomorrow. They're gonna start engaging. Are we about to see a shift, Peter? Are we about to see what happened so many years ago that with their involvement, we started to, see some semblance of peace in our country? Now, is this mission going to be fruitful? Is it going to be a fruitful one? Are the lawmakers even in the position to listen to ECOWAS at the moment?
Nothing. I know ECOWAS has been doing well in the region in terms of making peace. That's which we cannot disprove here about. What I'm saying, I'm not optimistic that the both sides are gonna listen, because they have been blown. They're not looking at the bigger picture as a country. They are looking at what they can show as a group or as a bloc, so they call themselves, right? They're not looking at what the country how the country will move forward with some of these things that they're doing. But what they can show in a majority or in a minority. Somebody say, we want to respect the constitution. Somebody say, we now want this particular person. And in some proceedings, they are wrong. So I'm not optimistic about what ECOWAS will do tomorrow. They might go and listen, because they say going, answering a call and going and listening to the call and doing the necessary thing is two different things.
Thank you.
I know they're gonna go there to listen to ECOWAS and try to make it appear like, but they're gonna play the political card continuously. And we'll
Thank
continue
you
hurting our
very much,
people.
Peter. Peter, I want to hold you there. Let's take Anthony. Anthony, take your 1 minute 30 seconds on this issue.
Thank you, Nelson. Peter, maybe when I was speaking, you hear me, but you never understood me. I said, if they will claim that there was a renovation, this is the reason why the chair was removed. Was it also a renovation for breaking the door? That question in itself implies that I'm against what happened there. So maybe because I didn't say I'm against it, so that's the reason why you said what you said. I've always been and always will be on the side of the Constitution. But what happened at the Capitol with the vandalization, I condemn it. No one should ever do that. That's why I frown on the security director for not having CCTV service there. That way, we're not supposed to be asking who did that. The CCTV footages will have said who did it. Security is everything. Security is everything. So let me go to the. Nancy, my 1 minute 30 seconds finish, yeah?
No, you have 30 seconds remaining, Dika.
What? Nelson, no. Come on. I use 30 seconds, then I have 1 minute remaining. Don't do that. So
go ahead. Let's see.
With this circumstances here, like my political leader, Mr. Alexander Benedict, said, we are grown up. We are nation, a sovereign nation.
We are about to end up on the Kumi statement, the ANC. Why are they even speaking now? Whether it's a belated statement or not.
It's a very timely statement.
We will digest the content. We don't want to go into it now, but just end up with your 30 seconds.
And that's what I call leadership. And that statement it speaks for itself, right? And so we have leaders in the country. We have 3 separate branches of government, and they're supposed to be able to handle themselves. We don't need external, voices to come to our country to come teach us how to conduct ourselves, right? But be as it may, the people who's supposed to conduct themselves accordingly cannot come to the term to do those things. So unfortunately, we have to have our neighbors to come and help out settle our own, domestic issues. That's the sadness. And this is very embarrassing, Nelson. You have conflict in your house, and then you got to find a neighbor to come and settle your conflict instead of you resolving your own conflict.
Thank you. But just before going again, Anthony, do you think ECOWAS is going to achieve our objective tomorrow?
No,
meeting
with
the vice president, meeting with the pro tem, meeting with the both sides at the House of Representatives, and trying to resolve this issue.
I hope they will try, but looking at what it is, each side really grounded to that position. The speaker is seeking to get due process. The other side refusing to give him due process, and the other side is saying that the speaker should resign, kind of thing. And we know, where the processes are. If you give the man due process, everything you're saying. Maybe you may even have other people on the other side who are supporting the speaker today to join your side to reach that number. Somebody I already pressed say, hey, if you come to the floor to present your issue and I see it valid, I will join you. Representative Eileen Atta, she said that the other day, right? But they don't want to do it. So we will hope. But nothing I can tell you, they will go the political way. They for the three majority black will go the political way. They will argue that political point, and they will just say, okay, let's get resolved the thing amicably, and they will get something done. But I don't think they will resolve the issue of now wanting to work with the speaker kind of thing. I hope they can achieve something better, but the likelihood of that happening, I can see it.
Thank you. Let's hear you, Moba, and then we'll take.
Yeah, thank you, Nelson.
Take also.
Yeah, thank you, Nelson. Look, I think it would be very respectful for ECOWAS to go our constitution, and I believe so. No matter what, that is stand by our constitution, because the constitution, without the constitution, there is no nation. If people, lawmakers, start breaking constitution in the name of politics, in the name of, because in the sense of it's political. There are many left citizens that wake up one day to say, you know what, we don't want so-and-so representative. How many signatures we need? They call it, we go in the community, we go more last then we can't give it to you. Will you move? Will you move? So I think ECOWAS should respect our constitution, what our constitution say, our constitution say, how much they want to ease down the tension, how much they want to settle the situation. Because first of all, ECOWAS, I respect ECOWAS so much, but I think when it comes to Africa and the whole ECOWAS thing, people not been listening to ECOWAS. ECOWAS thought from now to tomorrow said, well, the thing they won't do, they do it. Look at Georgia. Georgia sat down over there when they say rebus or cabinet Janet or reinstated. Georgia said, I think I'm talking about noise. What they did to Georgia, any hearing? So what did ECOWAS come and do now that will be here, we'll be pressing ECOWAS to do what? Let ECOWAS go by the constitution. I guess some people are talking about, don't forget, I think that politics, no matter what that man will move. We agree, you go by the due process. You're carrying ECOWAS. I think that it will be one of the measures that ECOWAS will preach tomorrow to the both parties to tell and say, look, guys, we don't want to go into this probably by politics or what, but let us do it by the constitution. How much I want for the people to be removed, the speaker to be removed, let us go through the process. And let us respect the constitution. We shouldn't come there and bash the constitution at the end of the day. When people do it, they will say, so what the end of, look, Liberian people are big, they come in election 2029. You take your people off. They're not serious. They're not in the interest of, you're only in the interest of themselves. They're not serious.
Thank you. I want to hold you there.
They said that. That's my 1 minute, 30 seconds. I finish. I look at the time about.
Yeah, correct.
Let me take 10 seconds. Let me conclude.
10 seconds.
I'm trying to discredit ECOWAS, but I think our people will not listen to ECOWAS. Even the former president listen to ECOWAS. Even he listen to the 42 blacks. He said, is there anything ECOWAS said? Well, that's it. I know, but when I go by much, not your interest. So now, maybe ECOWAS come and say, you know what, guys, y'all go by the constitution, and the majority black say no. So I think that whole ECOWAS thing, maybe that bluff, at the end of the day, there will be no outcome. It would that be, I don't know how Costa can call it so fiasco or we're gonna school.
Thank you, gentle guys. Gentle guys, thank you.
Gentle guys.
But I'll say let's on this issue, and then we'll go.
Thank you to Anthony, thank you to Moba and for their point. Everything is okay, but I will look at it from a different perspective a little bit. Firstly, is the visitation of ECOWAS tomorrow important to Liberia? I say yes. It's very much important at this stage we are right now. Yeah, maybe for political reason, they may not achieve their goal. Maybe because the both parties want to show arm, who have the power, who have the strength. Well, I will advise the both parties, for anti-black, the majority black, that ECOWAS been helping Liberia when we're in our dying needs. They came to our call. It's too grand. I just want to send a message to the both parties. Whatever decision ECOWAS will come over tomorrow, let them honor it.
Okay, Shirley.
It's not about this situation, but in the interest of the Liberian people. Because for now, they're not suffering or they're not feeling the struggle of what happened. But the old man who maybe in Grand Jide, in Grand Bass, in Riverside, in Limba, they are feeling it because now the budget, but let's say maybe the past week, the budget will be submitted. There's a delay in the process. So I will call on the both party. It's my view. It's my view that whatsoever decision the ECO will come out tomorrow, then they listen. The ECO says maybe you go by the constitution, then you go by the constitution. If ECO says, gentlemen, you return back to session and do the proper way, then they listen to ECO. Because, let me just go in 10 seconds. Because in case of anything tomorrow, we're not praying for bad in this country. You see, ECO will be the first group in the national community will look up to come to Liberia for any other organization in the national community. So I will advise that they listen tomorrow and let them find the best solution in the interest of the people. Thank you.
Thank you, Sadie. Emmy, let's hear your take on this issue.
Thank you, Nelson. Well, first of all, I wanted to touch on something that Anthony said about a CCTV camera, which is very important. But in this conversation right now, I don't think that is something that we should be looking at because they are not. I don't think they're looking for who did what and who didn't do what. Everyone knows who did what because the reason is the one that is sketchy. That we did it, we renovated and stuff. People they said the people that done it, they already confessed it. They already said who did what. It's not something that was done to say mysteriously that people looking for we don't know who did it and something for CCTV to come and reveal that. So I don't think right now it's important for government building, like you said in 2024 to be having stuff like that. But in this conversation, I don't think is relevant because we're not looking for the evildoers or whatever you may call them. But about ECOWAS coming to town. I don't know. I thought ECOWAS was supposed to be there to be peacekeeping and something. I don't think Liberia is at war for ECOWAS to be coming. And when the House is arguing over a constitutional issue for everything, like little thing that they should be running to ECOWAS, you go call ECOWAS or you go. For me, that's just my opinion. I don't think that was ECOWAS coming to town was any. I don't think it would make any difference, but I don't also think that it was kind of good idea to even get ECOWAS involved in this, right? I'm thinking that when things that bad things like conflicts and stuff and people going to war and stuff like that, that's when you're supposed to get those people involved. What is ECOWAS going to say here today that Liberians have not already, made clear? The Constitution. You need to go by the Constitution. The Constitution said this. Even though everybody reading to go 33 in their own understanding, their own way. The so-called majority black reading it the way they want to read it. The so-called minority black reading it their own way. I don't know who's supposed to interpret this Constitution in the Republic. The other one who's supposed to be called to do that. Not ECOWAS. ECOWAS is not coming to say anything different to say, okay. Y'all go by what the minority says. Y'all go by it's not gonna work. Like everybody always said, it's gonna go by the Constitution. Okay, what does your Constitution says about this? What does it say? When something like that about to happen, or when you want to do in case you want to do something like that, that's what they're gonna say. And if they're not listening to it, or if they're not listening to people who have already said it, it's not gonna make any difference. I'm sorry, but I may be wrong, but that's what I think.
Well, thank you. Thanks a lot, Amy. Thank you very much for your input. Folks, we are out of time. We're about to do our closing now. But
we touch on that letter.
Which letter?
The
statement to my political leader, my man. My man, when you do your closing, that analyze what you understand.
That's Mama, you're right, and that's exactly what we're going
because
to.
myself, that look at you. I see 1 or 2 points I can,
No, because
I
many
use it.
people
I just
on
go through it.
Facebook today are saying he did not take a side. He want to stay neutral.
So let's do this. Let's do
No,
this.
but I think it speaks directly to the Constitution.
Correct. And speaking to the Constitution, it's a side.
Let's do this, guys. I want to read a portion of the communication. We get time for the entire thing to read the entire.
Yeah, get your portion at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Anthony can say we give him
I'm a political leader on your platform.
I look at.
Because you stop covering him for so many times. You're running away from him.
Yeah. We pushing for Kumi to go. Don't you gonna be putting people
back. So I want to go straight into the main issue. You know, he talks about the without respect for the rule of the Constitution and rule of law, the nation cannot claim to have stability and all of those things. They advised from the Supreme Court what they did. The country has been engulfed with looming political and constitutional crisis. Let me go to where it says, against this backdrop, because I wear the main message coming out. All I wanted, you are just trying to dress the point he wants to make. Against this backdrop, we urge all parties to the conflict in the House of Representatives to put the interest of the country and the Liberian people high above any and all other considerations by seeking recourse through the Constitution and laws which they have sworn an oath to uphold and defend. The crisis in the House of Representatives also requires a deep reflection on the part of our other branches of government as they discharged their duties and responsibility under constitutional doctrines of separate but coordinate. It behooves both branches of the executive and judiciary to act to remove and not
resolve.
Oh yeah, sorry. Thank you. To act to resolve and not complicate the current crisis. We owe it to the Liberian people and posterity. It must never be lost on all concerns that we live in a rapidly changing and competitive interconnected world. The actions of the action or interaction of any one branch have a serious implication for the perception of our shared determination and commitment to building a society governed by the rule of law. The speedy resolution of the current stalemate in the first branch of government will not only demonstrate leadership at home, but will project a positive image abroad that we are responsible. We are a responsible member of the Committee of Nations, capable of resolving our governance challenges without external intervention. Final paragraph says, we will continue to encourage honest dialogue and negotiations on all sides within the perimeters of the rule of law. We must continue to give our citizens hope that change is possible and progress is possible. We cannot continue to do the same thing over and over and all of you can agree with me. We cannot continue to do the same thing over and over. This is what does Vasco say? Monotonous.
So like
no, Anthony.
Oh, I thought it was my turn. Okay, go ahead.
No, not because we read Mr. Kumi's statement.
Man, I thought it was my turn.
No, it's not your turn. It's
you
not
want
your turn.
Lena?
Anthony is not your turn.
No, let Anthony muddy the water. That's his thing. He brought it up. Stop.
That's not what Anthony
reading
does.
it, brother. Go ahead, Anthony. Yeah,
Okay, so Anthony, do your closing everything in one. Just do your closing everything in one.
No problem. And thank you guys for the opportunity again once more. This is a pleasure. It's not a right for me to be here. Look, in times of crisis, you need a commander-in-chief. You need a father-in-chief. You need leadership that will reassure the people. That reassurance, every time there is a situation in Liberia, why are we lacking? The reassurance from the leader. We never heard Joshua speaking during crisis. We never heard Baka speaking during crisis since he came to office. Oh, the paper quiet. Oh. But serious thing happening to derail the nation, he stayed quiet. That the position he ran for, to add insult to injury, he took aside. He took aside by sending the national budget to the chief clerk instead of the head of the legislature, which is an elected speaker of the house who are yet to be removed from office. Nelson, the Constitution is the supreme law of the land. Neither the president nor the speaker of the house or any other ordinary Liberian is above the Constitution of Liberia. No political bloc, no majority bloc is mentioned in the Constitution. Article 2 of our Constitution states, the last paragraph, any law, resolution, act, or referendum, no, not referendum, but any statute, that's the one we're looking for, that is not in line with the Constitution, it is null and void and illegal. It does not exist. So that majority black thing they're doing does not conform with the Constitution. It does not exist. Guys, let's call a spade a spade. You want to remove your speaker? Granted. Look for the required number to remove it. Until then, come to work. We bought you new vehicle. You chose not to come to work. You protested because you didn't have vehicle. The vehicle was given to you, 45,000 each. You refuse to come to work. And quote unquote, you are doing the Liberian people job. You do not have the 49. Why are you suffering the Liberian people? AFL have yet to receive pay. Nelson, thank you for having me.
I have definitely resolved it, my man. Don't keep talking about it. The person resolve that thing, man.
Brother, they are country there. But you saw how come he spoke like a president.
Well, we about to have a chick chat from what side now. Wait, brother Chris, I think it's your time.
Sorry, guys. Sorry. We can have.
You see the man forget about it. Anthony is there, so be speaking.
I know. Anthony.
I was actually on the phone.
The man enjoying the rhetoric.
No. But why is Mr. Cummings even speaking now? You know, listen.
I don't know what Cummings said that I will follow the nation.
But you see the leadership right there. You see the leadership.
But all the things
guys. I will mute Anthony. I will mute Moba. I will mute everybody because Mr. Cummings said nothing. The same thing that everybody's been saying. The same thing Mr. Cummings said.
So
the same thing
the
same thing Anthony been saying. The same thing Bila been saying. Emmy been saying. Vasco, even George been saying. It's the same thing Mr. Cummings said.
Yeah, but the leader of the nation did not say
the Constitution. And you keep doing that here. It will not show good image about the country. And when we resolve our own issue, people will respect. That is the same thing. Anthony, yeah, do your closing. I mean, everybody just do your closing.
No, Anthony already done, man.
No, Anthony is done. But Anthony wants to hype this statement like, you know, there were revelations made and there were policies. Come on, Anthony. Anthony.
No, recommendation.
Go to bed.
I was confused too. What is that, Mr. President? He spoke like a president. I was confused what he said different than anybody having said yet.
But guys, let's do our closing.
Now I want to go political yo-yo.
You know, no, the guys have the way they call it political. I know what homo jomo or
My man,
yomo
I should know.
jomo.
What kind of
That's
why
the
you take
political
homo
yomo
jomo?
jomo. You know, guys, man. But sitting here, Chris is a Kumi supporter, so I don't want to anger the guys. Moba, do your closing.
Yeah, take
Let's
it. Yeah, take it. That's it. But actually, there's nothing different. Mr. Kumi said what I've been talking about. We've been talking about the same thing, the rule of law. I think we all need to, the representatives need to go by the rule of law. And I see a lot of people, my big brother Vani Saki, I respect him so much, follow him a lot, but I think on the contrary of the Constitution, and I think he shouldn't be biking those type of things. I watch him a lot. He said they care about the Constitution on the basis of taking the speaker out. They should do it politically, and I think it is wrong of my big brother Vani Saki. You know, I respect you so much, I follow you, but on this identical case, I think you got to call the space a space. I think when we all obey or go by the Constitution, it will be better. So the other country going by that Constitution, like if they want to move, if they want to remove a speaker, they go through the process, the due process, and other things. Let us learn how to go by the Constitution, because the Constitution itself governs the entire nation. Without the Constitution, there will be no nation, because everybody will be doing things on their own. You see today somebody walk and do something to somebody. There will be no president. Everybody is president for themselves. But the Constitution guides each and every Liberian to go by it, so that our country can be governed in a right position. Not based on politics, or everybody talk about politics, oh, the house of politics. We agree. Nobody say that house of politics as much. You win your district. That oath you taking all that oath if that was sometimes somebody get very right? Anybody you think so do you not do it, you carry your sasewu, bring your sasewu back. When we pull on your phone, you finish. Yeah, my man, no, let's forget about it too much. Oh, because the people that can swear to that, what they can do to them, they can still go back to do bad money. They owe I think they owe they can say me tired now. Because you hold, yeah, right, you hold the Constitution, the oath in your hand, and you say you obey the Constitution and abide by the rules of the nation. But today you want to violate it, you the lawmaker.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Let us be real.
Thanks a lot for your input, Moba. Chris, please do your closing 1 minute. Let's hear you.
Okay. Thank you, Nelson. Thank you to Moba and other people, Anthony, who also made a point. But for me, firstly, our Supreme Court of Liberia, Judge Yami Koke Bese, shouldn't bring the court to public, ridicule or to a political, political issue on his decision recently. Firstly, you told those people to put hold to their process. They respected the court, they went ahead. You came back at judge. You say, oh, lift it up, bang. What's about you lift it up? You told the people to hold fast to the process. They never listen to you.
They
came back. Yeah, they stay all up. He came and said, oh, you lift it up. When you lift it up, the people never listen to you. They respect you. So the Supreme Court, needs to, be very careful on things like this, because it may not cause chaos in this country. 1, 2, I will also call on all the lawmakers to respect the rules of law, because the law and law is not for the common people on the street there or the marketeer. Because what's going on recently, I realized that the law protects few group of people can do things to go opponents. The oil Liberians, the old man who say in the market, they bear the consequence. The court just say it's clear. For the now, you get to tell, go to the process and get it to tell, remove the name. So I will advise them go by the Constitution and let them respect the law. Let the law take echoes. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sadie. Peter, take us home. I think Emmy is already gone. But go ahead, Peter.
Thank you so much. And let me appreciate all those who took upon the time to be here to contribute, whether in the conversation or by listening. I'm always glad that we'll have this conversation, right? But for somebody to sit this is what I say. For us to help our country move forward, it's not about always having side. It is about how you present the issue that basically will take our country forward, but not to spear side on one side like some of our brother been doing. You want to come out to approve other people's constitutionality standing in terms of how they proceed, then you don't want to look at the unconstitutional means other people has been carrying on. Then I tend to question your nationalistic stance or your patriotic stance on this issue. But always the House of Representatives has been run in two ways. What are the political or the legal means, right? And we've been seeing cases. Precedent cases has been happening in Liberia, especially for those both houses, the both House of Representatives and Senate. You can count cases upon cases that has went into that house has not been legal. But what we can do as a country, it is to be law about it. Because if you're a lawmaker and do not want to respect the law, then I don't know what you stand to benefit.
Thank you.
Our country need to move forward, nursing, in my closing, and we need to make progress as a country. We hope that our leaders will understand that it should not be about themselves, but it should be about country. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bida. Emmy, let's hear you. Take us home.
Yeah, Nelson. You know, today when I seen what happened in the what they call it, John Chimo or whatever they call it, whatever the Chimo. John Chimo. But anyway, I'm just like John Chimmer. So
Chambers for the both houses is joint because it belongs to the two houses. When the two houses meet, that's where they sit.
oh, the Senate meet there too?
Yeah, so the Senate has a chambers, the House of Representatives has a chambers where they conduct their separate businesses. But like you have the State of the Nation address, where the president is meeting with both the Senate and the House of
That's what call it John Chimo. Okay.
That's the joint chambers. Sorry for the way Moba called it. Maybe he misled you.
No, they John Chimo, yeah.
They want to or Emmy.
Yeah, so Moba Latin not Chimo. Not Chimo. Chimo, you know, to way down the line, say, Chimo in the evening. No,
I said joint timber. It's not Timo.
No, listen. Moba, when you call it, if you can confuse me,
you didn't realize that you said that today. I waited back to laugh.
Look, guys, let me do this. We will not sit on the show and be calling our
I'll say Chimo. Because
no,
sound like
Mama, after that Chimo. No, not the Chimo bucket. No, if you confuse it, I mean, you know how many people you're confusing tonight?
You know what I'm saying? So I see you when you put money on the people
No. I'll come and listen to the show and ask you what kind of Chimo bucket they train in talking about. They're not Chimo.
Okay, la prueba Chimo.
Yeah, so you know, I felt bad today, right? Because people always say that when we're trying to talk, like call Vasco. Like, oh, you don't know anything about Liberia. You're very little when you left Liberia. But I think I was very little. I care about Liberia more than people who grew up there, who are there. I care about what happened there. I care about Liberia progress. You know, it's sad that people can use ordinary people, just give them little or nothing to go and destroy their own country in the name of, you know, just for their own political gain. They use ordinary people because they keep these people poor. They keep them hungry. That when I give you $50 to do something, destroy your country, do something that will bring a problem in your land, then you will feel proud. Oh, they may give me $50. Let me go do that thing here. That my Powerball. You know, it's very, very disheartening when you see stuff like that happening. what's going on has nothing to do with you. If you want to stop these guys from sitting and having session or whatever, I don't think you have to go this low. Because whatever renovation that will be done after that damage is coming from the government. It's coming from something now we can talk about LU and other places now that those money was supposed to be used to do something. But because people want to suit their ego or their pettiness or whatever it is that they want to something, they went and did something that now they have to take these money to allocate to those development or renovation or whatever and get it done because it has to be done. It can't stay like that. Even though they're not doing anything there, but they have to go there and go sit there and do whatever, right? So it's really, really hard when you see stuff like that going on. Like, how are we supposed to be taken seriously by the outside word and things that they're going on? And then people sort of be like, oh yeah, I'm going to Liberia to go invest, to go sending my money there. Even the people who are making the laws, they don't even respect their own laws. But I'm going there, right? I'm taking my money there just the sake of going to waste it and stuff like that. It's really, really sad. And and the love of country is very, very important. And the sad part about it is that we don't have hard detectors to know these people that are running for offices that they love the country for us to vote for them. So it's very, 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 very sad for us to know that. And this is where our country is at right now. That we really, some people don't be, oh, prayers can't turn. Yeah, prayers will not do everything, but it's important for us to pray for Liberia. It's very, very, not just for Liberia. There's people in Liberia to have their mindset to change. I don't think the country is fine. It's the humans that live there that has the problem. Those are the people that we really need to pray for Liberia to move forward. Thank you, Nelson. Thank you, guys. And hi, Chris. Thank you for coming today.
Your baby crying. You gotta mute. But I want to say thanks to everyone. It's been a good show tonight. Thank you, Chris, for being on here for the first time. Yes, you're always welcome. Emmy there is our our gatekeeper. But
what do you mean? I got two people.
Yeah,
what does that mean?
Okay, no, we'll handle all of that in the background.
Oh,
but
okay. Don't put me there.
Yeah, but thanks to Anthony Gay. Anthony, since he made the point about Mr. Cummings, he disappeared, and that's just it. I don't know. I don't think Mr. Cummings is happy with Anthony on the show tonight. But Anthony, thank you. We appreciate you. Moba, thanks a lot for being on as well. And Bila, we appreciate you for coming on tonight. We look forward to having a great show tomorrow. It's a good thing, whenever Moba comes on the show, when he comes on the show and there's no coffee, there's no rare cup, you expect the best out of Moba. The best, and Moba has been at his best today, But Maba, thank you. We appreciate you for being on tonight. Let's hope we can have a great show tomorrow. Thanks to all of our people. Hill, Maradine, Eric Denta.
The comment section I had today with
everybody. We appreciate all of you guys. Look forward to. We love you all. Have a good night.
I don't know what's up with you.